7 Little Johnstons, and this time, it's not just about everyday family life, it's about distance, tension, and the possibility of reconciliation. Liz Johnston has now opened up about her strained relationship with her sister, Anna Johnston, and what it might actually take for the two to reconnect. For longtime viewers of the show, this situation has been building quietly in the background. While the Johnston family is known for their strong bond and supportive dynamic, fans have noticed subtle signs that not everything has been the same between Liz and Anna. Now Liz is addressing it directly. In a recent revelation, she shared that reconciliation is not impossible, but it's also not simple. According to Liz, rebuilding their relationship would require effort from both sides, open communication, and most importantly, a willingness to meet halfway. But there's one major obstacle standing in the way: Anna's reported decision to distance herself from 7 Little Johnstons. Liz explained that Anna's reluctance, or outright refusal, to be part of the show has made things significantly more difficult. For Liz, the show isn't just a job, it's a major part of her life, her routine, and her connection with her family. And when one person steps away from that shared space, it creates a gap. A gap that's not just physical, but emotional. Because for the Johnston families, so much of their interaction, communication, and shared experiences happen within the framework of the show. It's where they come together, where conversations unfold, and where moments, both good and bad, are captured. So when Anna chooses not to participate, it limits those opportunities. According to Liz, that absence makes it harder to rebuild what's been lost. But the situation isn't one-sided. Fans are now questioning Anna's perspective. Why has she chosen to step back? Is it about privacy, personal growth, or something deeper that hasn't been fully revealed? Because stepping away from a show like 7 Little Johnstons isn't just a career decision. It's a personal one. And it often comes with consequences. Liz's comments suggest that while she wants reconciliation, she also feels that Anna's choices are making that path more complicated. There's a sense of frustration, but also a sense of hope. Hope that things could change. Hope that communication could improve. Hope that, eventually, they could find their way back to each other. But right now, that path remains uncertain, and fans can feel that tension. Some are siding with Liz, believing that being present, both physically and emotionally, is essential for rebuilding a relationship. Others are defending Anna, arguing that stepping away from the spotlight might be exactly what she needs. And that's what makes this situation so complex. There's no clear right or wrong, just two perspectives, two experiences, and one relationship that's trying to find its way forward. As more details begin to emerge, one question continues to stand out. Is reconciliation truly possible under these circumstances? Or are the differences between Liz and Anna too significant to overcome? 7 Little Johnstons are now looking deeper into the growing distance between Liz Johnston and Anna Johnston, and trying to understand what may have led to this complicated situation. Because this isn't just about one disagreement. It feels like something that has been building over time. Viewers who have followed the Johnston family closely have started revisiting past moments, conversations, interactions, and subtle tensions that may have hinted at underlying issues between the sisters. While nothing was ever explicitly confirmed, there were instances where their dynamic seemed different compared to the rest of the family. Less connected, less open, more distant. Now Liz's recent comments are giving those moments new meaning. According to her, reconciliation would require effort from both sides, but that effort becomes harder when there is limited communication. And that's where Anna's absence from 7 Little Johnstons becomes a major factor again. Without that shared environment, there are fewer chances for natural interaction, fewer opportunities for conversations to happen organically, and fewer moments where misunderstandings can be addressed in real time. But here's where the situation becomes even more layered. Some fans believe that Anna's decision to step away from the show might actually be connected to the very issues Liz is talking about. Being part of a reality TV series means living a significant portion of your life in front of cameras, and for some, that can become overwhelming. Could Anna be choosing distance not just from the show, but from the pressure that comes with it? That's a question many are now asking. Because if that's the case, then reconciliation may require more than just meeting halfway. It may require understanding why that distance exists in the first place. And that's not always easy. At the same time, Liz's perspective is also being taken seriously by fans. From her point of view, the show represents connection. It's where family moments are shared, where issues are addressed, and where relationships are maintained in a structured way. So when Anna steps away, it can feel like she's stepping away from the family dynamic itself, even if that's not her intention. And that emotional interpretation is what makes this situation so sensitive. Because both sides may feel justified. Both sides may feel misunderstood. And both sides may be waiting for the other to take the first step. Meanwhile, the rest of the Johnston family is also part of this equation, whether directly or indirectly. In a close-knit family, tension between two members doesn't stay isolated. It affects the overall dynamic, the group interactions, and even the emotional atmosphere within the household. Fans are now wondering, are other family members trying to mediate? Are there private conversations happening behind the scenes? Or is everyone giving Liz and Anna the space to figure things out on their own? So far, there are no clear answers. Only hints. Only perspectives. And a growing sense that this situation is more complex than it initially appeared. What makes it even more compelling is that this isn't just a temporary conflict. It feels like a crossroads. A moment where the relationship could either begin to heal or drift even further apart. And with Anna choosing to remain away from 7 Little Johnstons, that uncertainty only becomes stronger. Because without shared space, without consistent communication, and without mutual visibility, reconnection becomes harder, but not impossible. And that's the key point Liz seems to be holding on to. Welcome back to the channel. Today's headline is making waves among reality TV fans everywhere. 7 Little Johnston stars make a mighty paycheck, TLC family's 2026 net worths. And trust me, what we're about to uncover might surprise you. The Johnston family, known for their hit TLC show 7 Little Johnstons, have been in the spotlight for years. What started as a heartfelt look into the lives of a family living with dwarfism has now grown into a full-blown reality TV success story. But beyond the emotional moments, the humor, and the real-life struggles, there's another side fans are curious about: the money. So, how much are the Johnstons actually worth in 2026? Let's start from the beginning. When the show first aired back in 2015, Trent and Amber Johnston introduced viewers to their unique family dynamic, raising 5 children: Jonah, Elizabeth, Anna, Alex, and Emma. The couple quickly became fan favorites. Their authenticity played a huge role in the show's success, and as ratings grew, so did their earnings. Reality TV isn't always known for massive paychecks at the start. In fact, early seasons of shows like this typically pay modestly, sometimes just a few $1,000s per episode for the entire family. But as popularity increases, so does the bargaining power. And the Johnstons? They've definitely built that power. Fast forward to 2026, and reports suggest the family now earns a significant amount per episode, potentially ranging between $25,000 to $40,000 per episode as a household. That's a major jump from their early days, and it reflects just how loyal their audience has become. But here's where things get even more interesting. The income doesn't just come from TLC. Over the years, several members of the Johnston family have branched out into their own ventures. Social media, brand partnerships, small businesses, they've all added new streams of income that continue to grow their overall net worth. Take Elizabeth Johnston, for example. She's built a strong presence online and has pursued a career in nursing. That combination of a stable profession and influencer opportunities has significantly boosted her financial standing. Then there's Anna Johnston, who turned her creativity into a business with her online shop. Her entrepreneurial efforts have made her one of the standout earners among the siblings. And we can't ignore Jonah, the eldest, who has explored different career paths while also benefiting from the family's TV success. Meanwhile, Trent and Amber remain the backbone of it all. With years of television income, speaking opportunities, and their own professional careers, they've managed to build a solid financial foundation. But here's the big question fans are asking. What are their individual net worths in 2026? That's where things get a little more complex and a lot more intriguing. Now let's dive into what everyone's been waiting for: the individual net worths of the Johnston family in 2026. Starting with the heads of the household, Trent and Amber Johnston. After more than a decade in reality television, their combined earnings from 7 Little Johnstons have grown significantly. Add to that their personal careers, Trent's work background and Amber's role in education, and you get a steady, diversified income. As of 2026, estimates suggest that each of them could be worth somewhere between $300,000 to $500,000 individually. And honestly, that makes sense. They've not only been the central figures of the show, but they've also managed their finances carefully while raising 5 kids. That kind of long-term consistency adds up. Now let's talk about the next generation, because this is where things really start to shift. Elizabeth Johnston is often seen as one of the most financially stable among the siblings. With her career in healthcare and a growing presence on social media, she's built multiple income streams early in life. By 2026, her estimated net worth is believed to be in the range of $200,000 to $300,000. Close behind is Anna Johnston. Anna has taken a more entrepreneurial path. Her online store and creative ventures have gained attention from fans, and she's turned that exposure into real income. Combined with her earnings from the show, her net worth is also estimated around $150,000 to $250,000, and many believe she has the potential to grow even further in the coming years. Then comes Jonah Johnston. As the oldest sibling, Jonah has had a different journey. He's explored multiple career directions while continuing to appear on the show. While he may not be as publicly business-focused as Anna or Elizabeth, his earnings still reflect years of TV exposure. His estimated net worth sits somewhere between $100,000 and $200,000. Now let's move on to Alex and Emma. These two have grown up right in front of viewers, and while they're younger, they're still earning from the show and building their own paths. Alex Johnston, known for his personality and fan-favorite moments, is estimated to have a net worth of around $50,000 to $100,000 in 2026. Emma Johnston, who has also started exploring creative and entrepreneurial interests, is in a similar range, roughly $50,000 to $100,000 as well. But here's something important to remember. These numbers aren't just about TV money. They represent years of exposure, opportunities, and smart use of their platform. Social media alone can generate thousands through brand deals, and as the younger Johnstons grow older, those numbers could rise quickly. Still, not everything is equal across the board. Some family members are clearly taking bigger steps into business and independent careers, and that's starting to create noticeable gaps in their financial standings. So, who's really leading the pack? And more importantly, who might become the richest Johnston in the future? So, who's truly leading the financial race in the Johnston family, and what does the future look like for their growing empire? Based on current estimates and career direction, Elizabeth and Anna are clearly emerging as the strongest individual earners among the siblings. Elizabeth's advantage comes from stability. A healthcare career provides consistent income, and when you combine that with social media influence, it creates a powerful financial balance. She's not just relying on TV fame. She's building something sustainable. Anna, on the other hand, represents the entrepreneurial edge. Her business mindset and willingness to take risks could actually push her ahead in the long run. While her income may fluctuate more than Elizabeth's, the potential upside is much higher. If her brand continues to grow, she could easily become one of the top earners in the entire family. But here's where things get interesting. Reality TV fame doesn't last forever. Shows like 7 Little Johnstons depend heavily on ratings, audience engagement, and network decisions. If the show slows down or eventually comes to an end, that major source of income could shrink or disappear entirely. And that raises a critical question. Who is truly prepared for life after reality TV? Trent and Amber likely have the strongest safety net. Their experience, savings, and traditional careers give them a level of financial security that doesn't rely solely on television. For the younger Johnstons, though, the future will depend on how they adapt. Jonah's path remains uncertain, and while he has benefited from the show, long-term financial growth will require more consistent direction. Alex and Emma still have time on their side. As they grow older, they'll have more opportunities to build careers, expand their presence, and possibly turn their fame into business ventures, just like their older siblings. But fame can be a double-edged sword. While it opens doors, it also creates pressure to stay relevant. Social media trends change fast, audiences move on, and maintaining public interest takes effort. That's why diversification is key. The Johnstons, who continue to explore careers, businesses, and personal branding outside of TV, are the ones most likely to see their net worth grow in the years ahead. So, looking toward the future, who could become the richest Johnston? If current trends continue, Elizabeth's steady growth and Anna's business potential put them at the top of the list. But in reality, the race is still wide open. Because in today's world, influence can turn into income overnight. And with the platform they've built, every member of the Johnston family has the opportunity to shape their own financial future. One thing is certain: their journey is far from over. From a small family sharing their story to a recognized name in reality television, the Johnstons have already come a long way. And whether through TV, business, or new ventures, their next chapter could be even bigger. The wait is finally over. And the latest headline is already sending shockwaves through fans of Little Johnstons. Season 17 is coming. And if the newly released trailer is anything to go by, this could be the most emotional, dramatic, and unexpected season yet. From wedding tension to a heartbreaking family loss, the Johnston family is about to face some of their toughest moments ever. All in front of the cameras. Let's break it all down. The trailer opens on what seems like a joyful note. A wedding on the horizon. Smiles, preparations, excitement. Everything looks picture perfect at first glance. But it doesn't take long before that happiness starts to crack. Because this isn't just a celebration. It's a moment that brings underlying tensions to the surface. As the scenes unfold, we begin to see emotional conversations, serious expressions, and hints that not everyone is on the same page. The idea of a wedding should bring families closer, but here, it seems to be doing the opposite. There are disagreements, there are concerns, and there are moments where emotions clearly run high. And fans are already asking, what exactly went wrong? Is it differences in expectations, family pressure, or something deeper that hasn't fully come to light yet? One thing is clear. This wedding storyline is not going to be simple. But just as viewers begin to process the tension surrounding the celebration, the tone of the trailer shifts dramatically. What starts as emotional quickly turns heartbreaking. A tragic loss within the family is revealed, and it changes everything. The trailer doesn't give away every detail, but it doesn't need to. The reactions alone say enough. Tears, silence, shock. The Johnston family is seen grappling with grief in a way we've never quite seen before on the show. This isn't just another storyline. This is real life hitting hard. And it's in these moments that Little Johnstons has always stood out, showing not just the highs, but the deeply personal lows as well. For longtime viewers, this is going to be especially difficult to watch. Because over the years, fans haven't just followed the family. They've grown attached to them. They've celebrated milestones together, laughed through challenges, and now they're about to experience one of the family's most painful chapters. But here's what makes Season 17 even more compelling. It's not just about what happens. It's about how the Johnston family handles it. How do they move forward after loss? How do they support each other when emotions are running high? And how does the pressure of a wedding, something that's already complicated, play into all of this? Because when joy and grief collide, things can get unpredictable. And that's exactly what this season promises. The trailer strongly suggests that her relationship is moving toward a major milestone. And naturally, that means wedding planning is front and center. But instead of smooth preparations, we're seeing tension build from multiple directions. There are moments where conversations feel strained, decisions don't seem easy, and at times it looks like Elizabeth is caught between what she wants and what her family expects. And that's where things begin to escalate. Because when it comes to big life decisions in the Johnston family, Amber Johnston and Trent Johnston have always played a strong role. The trailer hints that they may have concerns, possibly about timing, readiness, or even the relationship itself. While nothing is confirmed outright, the tone of their reactions suggests this isn't just casual advice. It feels serious. And fans know. When Amber and Trent step in, it usually means something important is at stake. But that's not all. There are also subtle hints that the stress of the wedding could be affecting the entire family dynamic. Siblings appear divided in certain moments. Some seem supportive, while others look uncertain or even uncomfortable. And then there's the emotional weight of the tragic loss hanging over everything. Grief has a way of changing perspectives. What once felt exciting can suddenly feel overwhelming. Decisions that seemed simple can become complicated, and relationships can either grow